Good morning. If I'm looking a bit wet, it's because we're rather being blasted off the face of the planet with weather this week. Um, I think about four of our six main fields are underwater, and the rivers burst its banks. So it's all fun on the farm. Um, this week, I've got nothing really to show you, but I'll catch up with a few things. So I'm guessing that most people are not having a good month for sales. The reason I think that is because uh, the book I released on Monday is in the it's still in the top 100. It's still in the hottest small press and the hottest under $5. But the book I released the previous week is still in those same lists. By rights, it should have fallen down the list as new books. There 703 books were released between the my two in that week. Um, so with 700 new things being released, some of them should have pushed my old book way down the list. The only reason that's not happening is because people aren't selling in the volume to do it. Now I know what I'm selling wasn't particularly a good week. Um, so if I'm not having a particularly good week and people aren't outselling me, then they can't be having a good week either. So that's my logic. So I'm assuming it's a quiet week all round. Um, so this week, my Blades in the Dark book is now 8 away from platinum. I sold 9 last week, so that is now looking like it is going to happen in November, which is what I always hoped. Um, so that's good. The Stars Without Number, I finished the editing pass to correct uh, the mistakes. I haven't uploaded the new version because that edit is now expanded a bit. The Stars Without Number book is a US letter format, and many of my older books are. All of my newer books are US trade, which is a size I quite like. Um, so what I'm doing is I am making the Stars Without Number book. I've changed the format down to um, US trade. I'm adding a load more content and I'm getting it ready for print on demand. It was always my intention to write for PDF in 2020 and then get everything I can put in pod into pod in 2021. The deciding factor with that was the time it was taking Lightning Source to turn the proof copies around was ridiculously long during the first wave of COVID. It looks like they're back down to normal times now, but I still have no real confidence in them not uh, having more delays coming up. So I've been focusing on PDF, so I can literally go from write layout, put it out, not waiting for a month for the print proofs to come back. So I can get this. I can do my edit, change the format, get it all print ready again, do an update and get that live, and then when the proof comes, I can then set the print version live. The only thing I have done for this week is now I've got a big footer underneath all my solo rules of all of the available solo rules. I have moved Stars Without Number from in the general mix up to the first position. I've done that because I don't know if you've seen the heat maps of where people look, but when they see a heading, they look directly below it and scan right from there. And as you go down, the interest fades. Moving the Stars That Number book up to the first position under the header should get it more attention. Um, we had a few weeks of selling one or two copies. This week, as I said, is not being a particularly good week. I've sold three, so that is above you where it was 4 weeks ago. Um, but it's not brilliant. So we still need to do better. As I said, I want 5 to 7 a week. I want one a day, basically. Um, and that would be fine if I can get it organically up to sort of 800. Then I will put this book for uh, deal of the day and hope to get 200 sales either on the day or trailing off after that. The first deal of the day I did a lot of it peaked the sales for 3 or 4 days afterwards. The numbers in the wish lists and baskets went straight up, so that yeah, and it is not an expensive book. It's currently 3.99. When I have added all the new content, revamped the layout, I will get that up, and I will probably inch the price up to the 4.95, which is where most of my solo books are. So, this is a sort of just more of the same type week. Now, the real standout since I spoke to you last was the uh, Cepheus engine solo book. When I released it 2 Mondays ago, so 10 days ago, it went copper within 14 hours or within 12 hours, and it went silver in just over 24 hours, 30 something hours, I think. It is still selling. Yesterday, it was my best selling product. It, if you're looking to develop for a sci-fi system, then this is an obviously really, really popular system. Cepheus is a sort of open source traveler, original traveler, and that is the original sci-fi system. Massive following. I was taken by surprise how popular it is. It wouldn't surprise me if in beginning of December, if I'm not telling you, it's gone Electrum. So yeah, it's a really, really good system. Selling 5 to 10 a day. Um, so yeah, that is one to look out for. Definitely a system to support if you're looking for science fiction. So on that positive note, that's really all I've got to say this week. Hopefully next week we will either we've been washed away or we will be uh, in a bit better position on the farm here and I'll be able to get more writing done. So that's it. See you next week.